So Brave CF79 goes down this Friday, and one of the fights that I want to talk about that I'm really hyped for is the return of Khamzat Borz Maaev, not Chimaev. Looks like Khamzat Chimaev. Fight's pretty similar to Khamzat Chimaev. Is built like Khamzat Chimaev, just a bit smaller. From what I've seen, he has some very nice hands, though. His striking is looking really nice, though. And he's also very young, very active, and he will be fighting a Georgian fighter, Nika Kupravishvili. So Nika Kupravishvili from Georgia. He is 6-2, and I actually watched a fight of his. It was hard to find some tape on this guy. I just couldn't find it anywhere, but I did watch his fight against Patrick Piatilla, and he sort of fights very similar to like a Guram Kutateladze from Wish, or yeah, I'd say he's very similar to Guram. He's got somewhat alright takedown defense, but the guy he was fighting was not that great. He's like 11-9 now. He's like 13-14 or something like that. So not a really great guy. And that guy was hurting him. He was cracking him with some shots. He got some takedowns on him, but in the first round he looked pretty decent. But he did get cracked a few times. He's like he's not a horrible fighter though. He doesn't look horrible. He looks like he's got some good kickboxing. Like I say, Georgian fighters. I had to watch this guy's fight, obviously just because I'm doing a prediction, and because you can never know. A lot of these Georgian fighters, they do have really good anti-grappling, anti-wrestling. If you notice, like Guram Kutateladze, very great takedown defense. Ilia Tapuria, really good takedown defense. Marab, a fucking cardio machine from the mountains of fucking Georgia. So like obviously these Georgians are very good fighters, so I had to just, watch some tape, see what this guy's all about. I'd say he's very similar to Guram, but obviously not as good as Guram. I couldn't find really any of his other fights. The other ones I could see were, you know, really old fights, and yeah, that Piatilla fight was only last year, so I thought that one was probably the best one to go off. But he still hasn't beat the greatest level of competition. But I'll get on to Khamzat Maaev soon. So yeah, if you look at his record, 4-3, 0-0, 11-9, 1-2, 0-0, lost to a 3-3 guy, 5-1, 0-0. So he's not really fighting the greatest level of competition. But also at the same time, Khamzat Maaev, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. But 2-1, that 2-1 is better than like I guess the 4-3 guy you can argue is better, but Hamza Maaev isn't beating like total schmucks. And he's making them look like schmucks though. He's running through these guys. He's making these guys look really easy, which is what you want to see out of a young prospect. He's a very hungry prospect, as you can see. Very active. Actually, not really that active. 3 fights this year though. He's got some KO power. He's got some really good wrestling. Like he generally does have like some really good striking for how young he is into the game. That's something that Hamzat's striking isn't horrible, but he's a. I mean Chimaev, sorry, I mean Chimaev. I got to realize that they're both called Hamza, but Chimaev's striking's a bit more wild than this guy. This guy like has some pretty good boxing fundamentals from what I've seen so far. Obviously, we've got to see how it goes when he levels up against the competition, but he does pass the eye test. But obviously, he hasn't really faced the level of competition. But this will be a good test. I feel like this Georgian fighter, very good guy, very good fighter. But like I say, it's not like he's a world beater by any means. I've seen him cracked. I've seen him taken down. I feel like Khamzat Maaev is probably the best guy he's fought, and I can see Khamzat Maaev cracking this guy like I generally can. Like he was getting cracked a lot in that second round in his fight against Peter Ritti, the Finnish fighter that he fought. So that is something to watch out for. Obviously, the guy can be wobbled. And his takedown defense, I don't even know, was the guy he fought even a grappler? I don't even think that. I think the guy he fought was more of a striker. Does have a lot of submissions on his record, but yeah, I don't know. He got taken down a few times in that fight, but like this guy, the guy he did fight, to be fair to him, he's fought some decent competition. His fight before he fought Kupravishvili was actually against Usman Nurmagomedov at Bellator 269, but still, seems like he just gets fed to fucking everybody. But still, I'm going to be taking Khamzat Borz Maaev here. I think this is a fight. Brave is like not setting him up. This is like a real good test for him, I feel like. But I feel like this is a fight they know he can win. And I do think he will get this one done. He seems to have some fucking dynamite in his hands. And the way I was seeing Kupravishvili getting rocked around the place. I'm sorry to any Georgians or anyone or even Kupravishvili himself. Yeah, Kupravishvili. I feel like that's how you pronounce it. But I apologize to him if he sees this if I'm mispronouncing his name. I mispronounce a lot of these Caucasus Mountain guys' names. It's not on purpose. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I just generally can't pronounce their names sometimes, so I do apologize. It's hard. It's hard with my accent as well. Like Australians, we really just pronounce things how they look. But still, I'm going to be taking Khamzat Maaev. I think he's very powerful. I think he is really good. I think he is good. I'm not completely sold on the hype train yet. Obviously, I need to see how he looks against some adversity or something like that. I need to see adversity, how he deals going past the first round. What's his cardio like? What's his chin like? Like, there's a lot of questions I need answered about Khamzat Maaev before I completely jump on the train. But I do think he will get this fight done here. And I'm going to say he gets this one done by maybe club and sub. I could see him sort of rocking Nika here. I can see Nika getting sort of like rocked, maybe rocked, falls down, gets into a guillotine or a das and just gets choked out. Like this guy's got a really good das, really good guillotine, Khamzat Maaev. They call it a guillotine against Tagir Magomedov, but I'm pretty sure that was a das from how I remember it. I don't know why they put it as a guillotine choke, but it was a das from what I remember. But the guy is very powerful. Like that is definitely true. And the guy, this fight's at 165, but this guy can make. Yeah, so this is 165. Like the guy can make lightweight. I think the guy will probably fight, in the lightweight division if when he makes it to a major promotion or something like that. And I think he can be like a force just on his attributes, his physical attributes. Like he is like a smaller Khamzat Chimaev, but I do think he's got like some cleaner striking from what I've seen. Obviously, we have to see it against the high level competition, like I say. But I'm going to take Borz here. I'm going to take Khamzat Maaev, but I'm actually really keen to see how he does here. I'm pretty sure this Brave card will be free on YouTube, so I'd recommend giving it a watch. There is actually some really solid fights on this card, like not just Khamzat Maaev. There's another good prospect on the card, Ramazan Kitinov. You see, 3-0 as a pro, but 33 fight winning streak. He went 31-2 as an amateur. Like that is some crazy experience, and I think he should win this fight. Like there is some really good fighters on this card. Like it's a good card for some up and coming prospects. So it should be a good card. So I'd recommend keeping your eyes out for it. Definitely give it a watch. But yeah, I'm going to be taking Khamzat Maaev here, and let's hope he exceeds all expectations. Because it'd just be cool to have like the second coming of Khamzat Chimaev. Maybe he'll come in and just be active as fuck like Khamzat Chimaev was when he first came in. Maybe not, who knows? But it'd be cool just to see Khamzat Maaev just run through some guys on the regional scene and get a big fight opportunity. Because, it's the second coming of fucking Khamzat Chimaev. Like, literally, he trains with Khamzat Chimaev. He got in some work with Khamzat Chimaev. He got some work in with Baki as well. So, he's training with all the other Chechens. He's gonna be leveling up, Iron sharpens iron. The guy's got all the hype around him. The guy's got... Everybody wants this guy to succeed, all the Chechens and everything. He's going to get all the best funding and everything to train and everything. Like, I'm sure Kadyrov will, get involved sooner or later. He'll probably put some funding towards Maaev. So he'll definitely, he has all the potential to be a good fighter. But we'll have to see how he performs this Friday. But anyway, that's all I've got to say on this. If you made it this far into this video, make sure you give it a like. I want to know your thoughts about Khamzat. I was about to say Chimaev. I'm so used to saying Khamzat Chimaev after saying the name Khamzat. It's so freaky. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Khamzat Borz Maaev. Are you picking him to win this fight, or are you picking for the underdog to get this one done over the hyped up Chechen fighter? And yeah, anyway, so yeah, if you made it this far, like I said, make sure you like the video, give me your thoughts, subscribe, put on the notifications, and make sure you share this video. I don't care who you share it to your mum, your grandma, your great grandma, Just share it to anyone, share it to your ex that you don't like. I don't care as long as they click on it. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Cheers.